The European Z8 price information is driving everyone nuts. People are wondering, man, this camera is going to cost 5,000 US dollars and just freaking out. Guys, don't get caught up in this. Nikon has not released that information just yet, but I'm going to show you in this video why your thought process could be wrong about this.
Everywhere I go, the people really want to know who I is and who I be. They stop and stare with me.
Hello everyone, this is Wayne coming to you from Chiang Mai, Thailand. I say that specifically to let you guys know that I am in a different area where pricing is different, where things are different. So I can offer some perspective as far as pricing outside the US and how things kind of correlate. Now, I won't give you the Thailand pricing, but what I can do is show you what you guys have been looking at, the European stuff. So you guys can do that for yourself. Let's start with a quick currency conversion. You go online, type of a currency converter. When you do $1 US to 1 European, it's 0.091, right? Do the other way around, it's 1.1 US dollar for, 1.1 US dollar for 1 euro, all right? So we got that out of the way. Let's look at some prices. In the US, and I'm going to use a camera that I have currently. The A7R5 costs $38.99 without taxes. Let's look at that. I'm going to do a calculation with taxes, since usually most of the countries include VAT or value-added tax. So tax in the US and value-added tax over here. And the price on the European side is saying it's $45.99 for this camera. So people are kind of freaking out. And while you guys are thinking about what this means, you guys aren't looking at the fact that the conversion rate is what's going to decide how this actually plays out. So let's do this a little bit differently. Let's go from US prices to European prices, and let's see what that comes out to. If you plug that $38.99 into your converter, you're going to come up with $35.48 US dollars to euro, right? So going with that, is the price equal? No, price seems less, right? There are import duties and stuff that's going into Europe, which makes it cost a bit more. So a direct price correlation, you can't use that. It's just not going to work out the way you think it is. So if we go from that prospect, and I'm going to do a calculation now, I'm going to do 9% tax, because I think 9% is probably the highest tax in the US, maybe a little bit more than that, but let's use the number 9 for an example. In Arizona where I was, it was 8, New York is 8.25 or somewhere around there. Both of them are somewhere in the 8 region, but I'm just going to go up to 9, keep it kind of level across the field. So we end up with a price of $42.50, forgetting about the cents, I'm rounding up, $4,250 with tax on the US side, with a price of a camera that starts at $38.99. Okay, so now if we put this in a calculator, $42.50 on the US side, that comes out to $38.68 on the European side. Still cheaper than what they say the camera is going to cost with the euro pricing, correct? So if this was the case, and that was the price with tax in Europe, you probably be calling some friends, you know, or reaching out to some site or ordering something and sending it to the US. But Nikon wouldn't want you to do that. So all the pricings are different per region. Remember that. All the camera manufacturers are pretty much the same. So this number that you're looking at and trying to go back to a US conversion, you're getting it wrong from the get-go. That's why I'm not freaking out. And that's why I said I wasn't going to do a video about this stuff. It's been explained in multiple videos. People have posted it in the chat that it's not a direct correlation. People also a direct conversion, but people still get, you know, this number and they get bent out of shape over it. If you don't believe me, do your own research. Look that up for yourself and see what you come out with. The numbers are just not going to translate directly over. So with that, I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to leave it alone. Hopefully that will help you guys to calm down and relax. Just wait. We'll see what it is. You heard my saying, I think it's going to be 2 cameras. I could be wrong, could be right. If like Panasonic, Sony, Fuji, and even Canon have been doing, we have R5 from Canon and R5C, a cinema version. Fuji has the XH2, XH2S. Panasonic comes out with the S5 II, S5 IIX. Sony's got an A7 III and an FX3. Nikon could do something similar. I hear all the photographers, Nikon hasn't done this in the past, it's not the thing that they do. We're in a different era. This is video. And I think everybody's been kind of trying to satisfy the photo guys and the video guys. For them, it makes sense. You still sell 2 cameras. Those guys who really don't want all the video stuff and don't have to pay the extra money for it, get a camera that has some video features, but it's not like high level stuff. For those other people who don't want to buy a $12,000 camera for recording stuff, they can come back and say, hey, let me get this camera that's a little bit more than the hybrid version, but the video version gives me output to RAW or RAW internally. And I know you photo guys don't usually like to hear that stuff, but if you take it from that standpoint, you can see what I'm saying. There may be 2 cameras. And then that's the point. We've heard 2 different numbers. We've heard $33.99 or $34.99, actually about 3 different numbers, and $38.99. If it comes out to be 2 cameras, and one is $33.34 and the other one is $38,900, $4,000, most of you guys who shoot photos are going to want the other one, the lower priced one. I think most people will probably go for the lower priced one because if you shoot video, you still don't need the raw stuff. The Sony A7R V is $38.99. It shoots up to 8K video. However, it's only 25 frames per second, 24 US side. So while it's a nice high megapixel camera, it's more photo camera than a video camera. Is the 8K not that good? It's great. It's 422, it's 420, not 422. So it's not as good as the A1. Both are 10-bit, but there is a little bit more color in the other version. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna talk about price. You guys have any things that you want to say? Put it in the comment area. We can talk about it.
My darling, you are the empress queen. Man, respect or he'll neglect. You are the wind beneath his wings. You are the season. You are the reason why this world can breathe.